Hello, welcome and welcome back, and happy new moon in the sign of Pisces. These are going to be channel messages. We are going to be asking our most beloved ancestors and, of course, Mother Earth for messages regarding the energies that we are currently navigating. Okay, I'm going to start by channeling messages, then we will be guided. Okay, everything I do is intuitive, and so we will see if we use tarot or oracle. So, just taking a moment here, opening the channels, I'm setting intentions, calling in the manifestation of divine truth. The first message is about embracing the now. Find a way to navigate the current energies with ease, with grace, patience, and resilience is necessary. There's no need to worry. Things are unfolding. We must honor the cycles we are in. And now they're showing me the astrological wheel. And they are showing me different alignments. And so the message that they are trying to convey is that everybody is navigating different lessons regarding their personal journey in life. Okay? So it is important to stay in the now moment. It is important to activate that energy of resilience. They are showing me the spine, and so that's about grounding ourselves within our center. Okay, we want to let go of any urgency or forcing. Mother Earth is asking us to find our own flow in life. Okay, and so they're saying Virgo energy, like make a list. Then I'm hearing practical application. Okay, being practical. And so what needs attention right now? Prioritize, know your values, and act accordingly. They're saying most of the time, or she's saying most of the time, we have the tendency to go to extremes, and we are being given the opportunity to navigate our personal lives and challenges in a different way. I'm hearing the word efficiency. And so it feels to me, because I'm seeing the symbol of Virgo, and we have been navigating the polarities and dualities of Virgo and Pisces. And so on one side, we can be just too much in the dreaming, in the okay, um, I want this and I desire, and then I'm manifesting it. And yes, there's an energy of hope and faith, right? But then we have to work through grounding things, Virgo, and act on it. They're saying that a lot of times when we are dealing with anxiety, it is because not just our nervous system, but it's also because we are removing um, we're removing the old ways of approaching life. Okay, and so they're saying, what would you do differently if you had been looking at the past, south node? If we look at the energy of the Piscean era, right? And if you had been studying the imbalances within your masculine and your feminine, now that you know, how would you merge into the new Aquarius? And so we want to have heart and mind coherence. We want to nourish and nurture the aspect of the logical, but then we also want to bring the heart. And they are saying, what is important to you? Once again, what needs attention? What matters? Okay? And how can you attend to the details of your day-to-day life in order to support yourself into feeling more centered and in your core? All right? And so they're showing me like the root chakra, just like vibrating. Okay? And so there's an aspect to finding our own flow, finding our own rhythm. Um, so instead of going into extremes to where maybe we're too much in the doing, in the forcing, in the structure, I had to do, I had to go, we want to dream the dream and connect with our emotions, bring those aspects of the feminine, but then we also want to invite the masculine to create a routine and a structure, right? So there's yeah, there's a need for us to find our sacred center. What works for you? And then what would you do differently if you know that you're supported, if you know that you are safe? Okay? All right, cool. We're going to use Archangel messages. Ooh. I'm feeling the energy of Archangel Uriel. I'm seeing pink. We want to work with rose quartz. That'd be very healing. They're saying nourish and nurture your life without the energy of the past. Find that renewed hope. Okay? And stop comparing yourself and your journey and your life to others. Okay, first message, we have Archangel Michael with the Ace of Michael. So the Ace brings that new energy, the new, all right? A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. Ace of Michael. And so, what I'm hearing is a message about reciprocity and learning to ask for help or delegating. If some of you are in family dynamics, relationships, we have to find a way to communicate clearly and make the adjustments that are necessary so that we are honoring everybody's needs, everyone's involved. Okay, yeah, okay, that's good. That's too many cards. Okay, here comes number 15 with decision, Archangel Jophiel. And this is about releasing yourself from that which hold you back. A need to detox unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. And so we really want to find where are we still are. It can be procrastinating, holding back, because we have to work on our solar plexus, okay? Confidence. And then ask yourself what I said before. How would you be approaching your life? What would you do differently if you know that there's no need to worry? What would you do? How would you be feeling right now if you know that you are supported, even though we are dealing with the energy of chaos and destruction, and there's a lot of uncertainty and unknown, okay? And how can you transform your perception and your perspective by acquiring a new way of seeing things and seeing the hangman, right? Two of Gabriel. Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. So there's another message here of relationships, people, communication, community. Archangel Michael again. Okay, we have three more. So we have King of Michael, principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. A situation that calls for honest and open communication. So again, communication. We have the energy of the lovers, and the lovers is about choices and decisions, okay? Make choices from your heart. Deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. So there's like a calling to communicate and to balance our emotions and to heal our relationships, okay? And to make decisive choices that comes from a place of faith, right? And what happens when we are grounded within the energy of faith? We take action, we take a leap of faith, we choose to put down the swords, to open our hearts, we allow people to see us, we communicate, and also we bring the frequency of listening, not to respond, not to fight, not to justify, but to really understand the other, right? Communication is an art. It requires practice, vulnerability, and putting down the swords of defenses, okay? We have the 10 of Ariel. There is so very much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. How beautiful. So we have Ariel, we have Raphael, we have Jophiel, Gabriel, and Michael. Thank you, archangels. How beautiful. Okay, now we're going to check on the chakras, the energy wheels. Clearly, throat chakra needs attention, solar plexus to work with decision making, right, and self-trust. Then root chakra is about safety. It's about also feeling supported by our divine mother, our creator. Okay. All right, so first one we have heart chakra with brilliance. Then we have purification, and this is the throat chakra. Then we have contemplation with the third eye, crown chakra. We have fearlessness, root chakra. We have surrender, root chakra, and reassurance with the sacral. So, inner child, how can you support your inner child? If you're feeling insecure, if you are feeling or experiencing loneliness, self doubt, how can you support your inner child? How do you speak to yourself? Do you pay attention to the inner child? Do you need to reach out for help? Do you need to write things down? Change your perspective about your current situation, okay? Then we have fearlessness and surrendering. And this is about having faith and deep trust that you have the capacity to move forward. Surrender any burdens and take action. Do something that help you move stagnant energy. A lot of times people are neglecting the physical vessel. Okay? And what happens? We hold on to energy. And so we have to support ourselves, okay? And also surrendering. Is it pessimism? Is it jealousy, envy? Is it the comparison? Is it that we have to surrender a relationship that is no longer serving us? Is it that we have to surrender a way of seeing ourselves, speaking to ourselves, to others? Is it that you have to surrender defensiveness and shift your communication skills? What is it that you need to surrender? Most of the time is a desire to control outcomes. Yeah. Contemplation and purification. The practice of mindfulness. Contemplate. Well, if I am finding myself in this situation, I trust that it is because there's something for me to see. Because if things are not moving as I desire, for example, it is because I might be missing some things. There's something there's something that maybe I cannot see. And so I have to surrender, right? I have to practice mindfulness, though. We have to put the effort. It is important to create a sacred space within your house and go within to find answers, to connect. All right, how do I feel? What is my mental body saying? What kind of internal dialogue I have? All right. Then purification. Once again, what is it that you need to surrender? Sometimes unhealthy habits. If you have been praying to be supported when it comes to your physical vessel, but then your eating habits and other things, you know that is not supporting you, helping you move forward and heal, then you already know that that's something that needs to surrender, right? Oh, sorry, I'm feeling lots of energy. Whoa. This energy of brilliance is about your inner light, your capacity to get focus. Decreeing, I am the intelligence of the universe. I have the capacity to find solutions to my current situation. I know that I will be illuminated. All I have to do is be open and receptive and prioritize my relationship with the Creator. Because true safety can only be experienced when you have cultivated a deep and healthy relationship with the Creator. Okay? And now we're going to use tarot. And we're going to go deeper. Thank you if you're still here. I want to ask the moon. Moon Mama, please tell us, what is it that we need to see? What is it that we need to know? What's going on? All right, what's going on within the unconscious? What is something that we need to know? I'm feeling these ones. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor reverse and the Star reverse. Okay. We are currently healing our masculine. That's what's happening. We have to recognize that we have been programmed to live life what in survival. We carry the memory of our family tree. And so, getting out of survival takes time. We're also meant to be seeking correction. And a spiritual awakening is a call to correct what it that means. Correct your unhealthy life, unhealthy behaviors, to integrate your shadow, to understand your defenses, to understand your coping mechanisms, right? And this is also about healing, merging the spiritual with the physical. So then I can act on divine guidance instead of acting out of my ego, wanting abuse of power. If you, let's say there might be the shadow of materialism or seeking validation and approval, which, we all do desire that. Our inner child desires to be seen and to be heard and to shine. But then there needs to be a correction. It is okay that you desire that. But if you think that that's going to fill the emptiness of the empty spaces within you, that is what's going to be, for example, sometimes people think, that, oh, if I have this and I have that, then I'll be happy. Then I will be feeling fulfilled. No, so there are deep wounds when it comes to the masculine. So we're currently moving through integrating the shadows and understanding the why we want this. What is a want? What is a desire? What are my belief systems? Is the masculine empowered? Is the masculine disempowered? So reevaluate your relationship with the divine masculine. Take a look at your father, the males in your family. That's going to tell you a lot. Find the imbalances. So we're being given an opportunity to go deep within ourselves, to ask ourselves critical questions. Pisces. And let me tell you something. This new moon is in Pisces in a degree of Cancer. So it's about the ancestors, our relationship with life. And so we're going through, clearing a lot. The survival, the struggle, the suppressed anger, suppressed frustration, the abuse, the programs of neglect, the forcing, the egoic views, the self-centeredness too, right? So we're healing our relationship with our desires too. So there's a way to do things to where we don't have to be lost in the waters of the unconscious and the Piscean illusions. And so there's a lot of things that we're releasing right now. I didn't know, but here comes the Tower. Adjustment. Right, so we have Libra energy, we have Uranus and Mars energy. Another awakening. We're going through what? Revelations. What needs attention in your life? Maybe it's your children. Maybe it's your finances. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's you healing a relationship with someone, from your family. What is it that needs attention? And so there's also revelations around relationships and dynamics, collaborations, community, our relationship with the world. What is out of balance and what needs to be adjusted so that we can act from a place of integrity, from a place to where we honor the sacredness of this experience. Okay? We have Mars and Gemini. This Nine of Swords. This is what happens when we have, for example, patriarchal ways of seeing and relating to ourselves, others in the world. We're bleeding. We're in the chase. Unhealthy competition, manipulation, abuse of power. Or I might be telling myself I'm not good enough. I have to prove, I have to chase. I'm in the shadow. I have to overdo, burn out. And so here we are. Think about your dynamics with life. How are you taking action? And when you're taking action, are you feeling relaxed? Are you in your own flow, or are you in survival and desperation and confusion, right? So there's this energy of crisis and confusion, but then this is providing an opportunity for us to reevaluate and find clarity, right? We have to heal feminine and masculine. And then this Princess of Cups. The feminine wants to take action. She wants to have fun. She wants to be joyful. She wants to be wild and raw and vulnerable and open and honesty. She's holding the turtle here because it's about cycles of life. So she doesn't want to be in confined and or impulsive. All right. So this energy is inviting us to renew our lives, create a space to work through your challenges with ease and grace. That doesn't mean that you're not going to feel triggered and that you're working through the releasing of stuck emotions and memory, cellular memory, but you have to nourish yourself. You have to give the divine feminine the opportunity for her to speak up, to feel the anger, to feel the rage, to go through the 3 days of chaotic confusion and crisis. It's okay because we have to heal the waters. We have to also attend to our inner child. And so we need their masculine to hold that space, to create that space of safety, to hold the space for the feminine so that she can be what she needs to be. Then after the release, all right, let's just move forward. So we don't want to procrastinate. We don't want to self-abandon. We don't want to go into neglect. We have been functioning like that, you guys, and you guys know. So we want to ease into our current challenges. We want to also honor the process of transitioning that we're going through. So find a way to dance with life and manifest a life that is in resonance and alignment with who you are in essence, because you are being given the gift to go to the great reset, the tower. All right, anything else? No, this is all we got. Well, you guys, I want to say thank you for being here. It is in my heart desires that this message brings comfort, love, support, and clarity. Know that you're not alone. We are all moving through it. Stop comparing yourself. There's nothing to chase. We don't want to be forcing. That's the old way. We want to first find integrity and cultivate that sacred center, heart and mind coherence, okay? You got this. I promise you, you got this, and you're never ever alone. All right? Well, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, leave me a comment, and even share this channel with your friends, with your community. Whew, it's been beautiful. Okay, you guys, may you be blessed. And if you are interested in reaching out, I will be sharing my email. You can contact me. All right.